It's a funny thing filming this video. Every time I film it, I forget to find the oil plug. This is changing the oil on a 2012 Impala. Probably 2013. I think they're very similar. I don't know though. Probably a lot of them. People point at the oil pan with the oil drain plug. They point at the whole engine. They go, so there's the oil plug. Now you know where it is. Other people put the camera right up next to it only. Say, so here's the oil plug. Now you know exactly where it is. Here's the oil plug. And you can't even tell which direction the camera's facing. It doesn't say which tire. You might be seeing a tire. But literally after watching 3 videos, I had to literally figure out where the thing is. Now I think I know where it is. I'm going to figure it out right now on this video so you can figure it out with me. Ugh. And then, because I just filmed this thing, this is a 5-minute video. I filmed it twice and I forgot to go under there and find it each time. And that's the only thing probably people want because it's not really well said on any video. I'm working through a couple mistakes people made as well. I will list the steps, and this time maybe I won't forget. Step number 1, wait till your engine's cold in the morning. Start the car, let it run for 2 or 3 minutes so the oil is warm but not hot. If it's warm, it comes out more easily and it brings out another 2% of this yipper yap with it. So it's good to be warm to drain it properly and more quickly and easily, but not hot because you burn your hand on the oil pretty easily. It's pretty dangerous. Step number 1 is then, with a cold car, run it for 2 to 3 minutes, turn it off, come over here. Step number 2, which no one mentioned, is take this cap off so the air can get in. Step number 3, a lot of people were taking this off first, other people were taking this off second. I will take this off second because for several reasons, but for one is there's less oil up here and stuff, maybe. But if not that, because at least this will cool down for a while and everything. So step number 3 for me is not this yet. Step number 3 for me is to take a 15mm socket wrench without burning your hand on the oil, which is supposedly only 100-150 degrees, but it can still hurt. Or the exhaust pipe, the other exhaust pipe right next to it, which is a lot. Both of these are a lot more than 150 degrees, depending on if you ran your car for 1 minute or 2 minutes. These things get up to be like 1,000 degrees, hotter than fire. If you just touch it, it's bad. I saw a guy almost touch it while he was taking out hot oil right here. I'm like, ooh, what do you think? This car is set up to be dangerous like that. I will do step number 3, take out the oil, and then I will let the car cool for half an hour because there's no rush anymore. The hot oil was just to drain. This is already drained as much as it's going to drain sideways. And so then you come back here and you do this for step number 4. And you put paper towels underneath it. You put the oil pan underneath the whole thing because you're done with that. You've resealed the bolt now. The oil pan goes where this little, well, underneath this anyway, which is a little bit to the left of the center of the car. It's about here. It's just to the left of your license plate. Right where that hole is, as someone said. And then any oil that drips down, if you don't catch them on paper towels by putting them underneath this thing, should, if you're lucky, drip on the oil pan. You won't get on your ground. That's step number 4. Let's find the oil plug, and let me not screw it up this time. By the way, no jack. If I jack it up, you have to jack up the entire car level. I mean, on this car, that's a big pain in the butt. Because they've made jacking impossible. I think you saw that I just came down. Where's the camera on this? My hand's in the way of it, apparently. 1 second. There. As you've seen, I just came down from the center. There's that hole that's just to the left of the center I was pointing to before. Those are the 2 back tires we're looking at. Left and right, just like on the camera. First, you pass underneath this hobgoblin. This hole is where you put the oil pan when something might drip out of the oil filter, when you do step number 4, by the way. But anyway, going back, here's the curvy, swervy exhaust pipe. Here's the bolt. I figured it out. I bet you I'm not pointing to it right, am I? That's looking back at the car. There, as soon as you cross this thing, good, great. You'll see where the exhaust pipe takes a big curvy swerve toward the left wheel. This is where you don't want to burn your hand. If you move 1 inch to the left, you'll literally burn your finger off. It's probably like 1,000 degrees, hotter than fire. So use a socket wrench. This is the bolt. Where it's facing, well, it's next to this chassis. Between this curved exhaust pipe and the chassis, it's facing back. Not exactly back on a slight angle. It's almost pointing toward the back right tire, which from our point of view looking back is the back left, but it's actually the back right tire. Pointing at a diagonal line in between the front tire and the back tire is right here on the bottom of this oil pan next to this swervy pipe right here, where if you tighten it one bit too much, you'll burn your hand off. So use this 15-inch socket wrench, and mind you, it will come out sideways like that. So put the oil pan over there at first. That's step number 3. After that, tighten the bolt again. Get out of here, move the pan back to here. I hope that was better than the other videos, but everyone thinks their video is good apparently, and it isn't. Step number 4 is I will let this thing cool down for a while. That bolt down there, you could use a socket wrench. You don't have to get your hand next to the thing. This thing is not so easy to stand up this thing without risking your hand. But however you do it, your call. Step number 4 is turn this upright so it's still like a cup filled with oil. Turn it upright as soon as you can. Have paper towels to catch it. I already have the oil pan underneath there, right where that hole was. On the front of the front cross frame gizmo. Step number 4, then make sure the gasket came out with it. Put some oil on the gasket, tighten it hand tight, put it back. Step number 5 is pour the oil or whatever you put in it. 6 quarts of, need I say, 5WD-40 in there. That's it. Cool. I think I got it right enough.